gonna give your love to me. I will love you night and day. You know my love will not fade away. Said you know my love will not fade away. Hello folks, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to play that great Buddy Holly song, Not Fade Away. The tutorial is going to be in two parts. First of all, I'm going to show you how to play those 2-chord rhythm riffs, and in the second part I'm going to show you how to play Buddy's lead guitar solo. Buddy played this one in the key of E using 3 chords. Those are E, A and D. And the rhythm riffs sound like this. They're reminiscent of what some people call a bow diddley rhythm. Here's what a bow diddley rhythm sounds like. In fact, the Rolling Stones, when they covered this song, used a bow diddley rhythm to play it instead of Buddy's original rhythm. It sounded like this. So similar, but different. Here's how to play Buddy's original rhythm. Have a look at the graphic in the top left there. The down and up arrows represent down and up strums. The thick yellow down arrows represent heavy or accented down strums. And as you can see, they're played on beats 1, 2 and 4 in the first bar, and beats 1, 2 and 3 in the second bar of the riff. If we were to play those accented strums by themselves, it would sound like this. So I'm changing between an E and an A chord, then back to an E chord. So we start off on the E on the first beat of the bar, and then we move to an A on the 4th beat of the first bar, and then we move back to an E on the 2nd beat of the 2nd bar. What I was also doing, you may have noticed, is that after the last strum I was stopping the strings ringing out, either by touching the strings with the palm of my strumming hand, like that, or by touching them with my little finger, like that. Doesn't matter which you do. I think I usually do the little finger version, like that. What I was also doing, and this is probably more important, is I was relaxing my fingers after I'd played each chord. What that means is the strings that are being held down stop ringing, but the rest of the strings carry on. Like that. Have a go at playing it slowly along with me. I'll give you a count in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, we're not just playing down strums. There are up strums in between each of those down strums, like this. Okay, so have a go at adding those. So your hands moving up and down all of the time, hitting the strings harder on those accented strums, a bit lighter on the up strums, and we cut the strings off after the very last strum on beat 3 of the 2nd bar. I'll give you a count in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's have a go at playing it at full speed. I'll give you a count in again. 1, 2, 3, 4. But there's one more thing I need to show you about those E to A to E rhythm riffs that appear at the beginning of the song, in between each verse and at the very end of the song. If you think back to the beginning of this video, you'll remember that the song started like this. So there's something else going on there, isn't there? One of these. What's happening is this. I'm playing this shape using my first, second and third finger. It's actually the same as a D shape moved up the fretboard 2 frets. So it's an E chord. I'm just playing the top 3 strings with an up strum of my pick like that, and I quickly slide down. That's played on beat 4 of the second bar. Here's what it sounds like played slowly. Like that. It's quite tricky, I admit, getting your hand from there all the way up to there cleanly, and then sliding down. So if it's too hard, it still sounds okay without it, but work at it if you want to get it to sound just like Buddy Holly. So that's how to play the intro, the parts in between the verses, and the outro. Let's look at how to play a verse, okay? So I'll start off with the intro, and then we'll talk through how to play the verse. I'll tell you how it's gonna be. So there's some singing after the intro, and then we have this rhythm riff. So it's exactly the same as the E, A, E riff, but we're changing between A, D and A. There's no high bit like that, don't worry about that. Then there's some more singing. You're gonna give your love to me. Love to last more than one day. You know my love will not fade away. Said you know my love will not fade away. And then we're into the second verse. Okay, so that's how you play the rhythm part to accompany yourself playing Not Fade Away. What I sometimes do, and I think I did this at the beginning of this video, is I play percussive strums in between the chord riffs when I'm singing to imitate the drums that were played by Jerry J.I. Allison on the record. A bit like this. I'm gonna tell you how it's gonna be. You're gonna give your love to me. Like that. You don't have to do that, but I think it adds a little bit if you haven't got a percussionist to play along with. All I'm doing is this. I've got my 4 fingers resting on the strings, not holding them down, so we get that scratchy percussive sound, and I'm playing a train rhythm with this hand. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So a bit harder on beats 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, beats 2 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... And there you have it. That's how to play the rhythm part like Buddy in his song Not Fade Away. I hope that was useful. See you next time.